Hey everyone, and welcome back to my studio. Today's video is super special because I have collabed with Kkatzart here on YouTube, and she's also on Instagram, and she does these beautiful traditional illustrations on toned paper. And she reached out to me and wanted to do a collab, and I immediately said yes because I love collabs and I love her artwork. And we agreed to do a collab where we color in lines that we drew for each other, and we agreed on a common theme, and the theme is beach. Each of us drew lines to the theme, and then we swapped the lines, and now we are coloring each other's lines. I'm going to give you a super quick rundown on the speed paint that I did for Kkatzart to color, or for the speed paint of the lines. I wanted to do something that would scream summer and beachy at you, and would also be fun to color. So I decided to do something, very girly, very cute, this kind of girl who is sitting on the beach, and I definitely used a reference from Pinterest and kept very close to that. So the pose is from a photo and also the bikini, but I changed some things and also added this palm tree and added some tattoos so her skin would be more interesting. And I actually had a lot of fun drawing the palm tree because I haven't really done that before, and they do have a very interesting stem which I never have really thought about in the past. That was a very cool experience of learning. And I also had a lot of fun drawing this straw hat, and I'm super happy about the lines, and I hope Kkatzart will be having a lot of fun coloring those in. Because she does these beautiful illustrations on toned paper, I decided to also give toned paper another go. I bought this Strathmore toned grey paper 2 years ago, I think now, for Inktober 2017, because I wanted to use it for one prompt and then never touched it again. And now I want to give it another go to kind of learn something new and try toned paper with you guys. Kat sent me her beautiful lines, and she drew this gorgeous summery girl with the tropical flower in her hair, and I went over to Photoshop and I cleaned up the scan so I could easily print it out. In case you guys are interested to know how I easily clean up backgrounds that are gray like this one, you just need to use the gradation curves for controlling the brightness and darkness in your image. Then there's this color picker on the bottom that has a white tip, and the point you select with this color picker is then the white point of your image, if that makes sense. So everything that's the color you pick is going to be white, and if we pick the gray background of the image, it's going to turn white. I hope that made sense. If you now want to color this drawing digitally, you can do that by adding a layer beneath and setting the line scan layer to multiply, and then you can easily color underneath. I hope that helped you, and it's actually super easy and you don't have to select anything or whatever. You can just use the curve color picking tool to make your background white. And I also kind of darkened down the lines so it would be easier to trace through the toned gray paper, which is kind of hard to trace even with a light table like this. I trace it over on this paper, and now I want to use a similar technique to hers to color this drawing in. But before I'm drawing on the actual drawing, I first want to do a few tries and swatches on the paper to see how it responds and what works best for me, I think. And I do have a variety of materials at my fingertips right now, and I want to try them out and see how they work. The first thing that I think I will probably end up with are colored pencils, because I feel like they could be great for toned paper, but I don't know what is the best technique to get the colors, yeah, be very vibrant. But I feel like they are not very, yeah, bright. They are very dull because of the toned paper. Well, that's not surprising. And I also have my Posca pens. Maybe those will work better on the paper and be opaque and vibrant that way. They do work very well on the paper, I think. I do think Posca pens are the way to go. Look how well the blue turned out. Then the white, maybe. I do struggle with the white because in many videos that I've seen it looks very opaque and beautiful, and then when I use it it's kind of watery and not as I had expected, but maybe that's just because of me. Yeah, I don't know, the skin color and the white aren't really working for me, but we will see. Then there's the pink, just kind of dirty from paper. Yeah, I do think I want to go with Posca pens, and I also want to try how Copics would work on the paper, so let's see. I think the toned paper gives them a very beautiful and even finish, so I do think it would be cool to kind of do a few things in Copic and then also some things in Posca, and then do some detail and shading with the colored pencil. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is beautiful on the paper, and also a very tropical color. Yeah, I do like the idea we have going on. Maybe I should be doing some kind of illustration beforehand where I test the technique I want, because before I go into the main illustration. So let's sketch something up quickly and then try out the media. I do have a Pinterest board that's called Hair, where I keep just very cool hairstyles and also, yeah, inspiration for portraits, if that makes sense. So I can easily just, if I want to sketch something quickly, I can just easily use one of these to get something going. So for example, this one could be useful. Let's take a new page and start sketching. Okay, I want to use this tan color, this Pro Marker tan color, to color in her skin. And I did use it on the swatching paper. Let's tear this out. I did use it on the swatching paper over here. And I do think it will look pretty, and then, yeah, we can see. I mean, as soon as the skin color has dried on the paper, it does look very pretty and translucent, which is actually a good thing for the kind of drawing we want to do. So maybe I should try using that. But I am hesitant because this skin color has done me dirty before and it doesn't really work with my technique, but we should maybe try. Let's see if we can layer colored pencil on top, because if that works, then yeah, you can actually work on top and then also easily apply blush, so that's a good thing. Let's just try it out. Oh, I'm scared. kind of regretting my decision here. But now we have to just work with it, I guess. Let's let this dry and then we see what we can, how we can salvage this. And if I make her hair dark, that would probably be a cool contrast. Let's see if I can actually ink her hair. That would be fun. I do have my Pentel brush pen over here, and I want to try if it works on this paper. Yes. Okay, let's ink the hair to get some kind of contrast going on, and then we can first do the headband in this kind of pink. The face is nearly dry, so I forgot her ear. Okay, let's start inking her face and then also her hair. By the way, I'm using my Kuretake Fudi Gogoshi brush pen, and this one is my favorite brush pen, and it doesn't look like it right now, but it is close to being empty, and that's why I have bought 2 more, because I love this brush pen so much, and I can really recommend it if you want to get into brush pens and don't know which one to buy. This one is easier to use for thinner lines. The Pentel brush pen is one that I prefer for large illustrations and also for hair, because it's very easy and beautiful to handle. But if you want to line faces, I can recommend this one, because it's easier to handle and does thinner lines, but it's also very flexible, so you can still get line variation in, but with the perks of something like a fine liner. Okay, let's try kinda adding some blush with a colored pencil to give it more dimension. It does help make the skin look more uniform if you layer the pencil on top, because it does hide the streaks that you get from being kind of sloppy with the Posca pen. So yeah, that helps actually a lot. It's not my best work, but we're just trying out the media. Okay, let's get over to the Pentel brush and then color or ink in the hair, which is my favorite part. And as you can see, it would be hard to draw in the face using a Pentel brush pen because it's so thick, but if you use the slimmer brush pen, you can, and also the Pentel brush pen, you can get the best of both worlds, if that makes sense, and get very thick, beautiful strokes, but also the slimmer ones for the face. So yeah, I can really recommend using both of these products together. Yeah, I do really like the way the Pentel brush pen, everything looks on the toned paper, and I'm super happy I went out of my comfort zone to get into toned paper again. Okay, nice. The camera shut off just when I wanted to show you how I would use the gel pen now. The gel pen is really nice to get an opaque white finish on the toned paper, and something you couldn't do on white paper, so that's really cool. Well, on the figure you could, but not on the paper. And now I can easily just lay on additional details, and yeah, I think I'm ready to go into the actual drawing. And I'm very glad I did this kind of trial, because I do want to stick to the Pro marker for the skin color, because it feels more safe to me and also less streaky. So yeah, let's get into the actual drawing. I'll start with laying down the skin color, and I'll try to make it look as even as possible. I'm glad her eyes are closed, because that way I don't have to worry too much about coloring in her face. And also, Kkatzart, probably not intentionally, but she did make some sections that would be easier to color in with a marker, so I'm very thankful for that. I'm actually super glad I didn't use the Posca pens for her skin, because this is just so much easier, and also it's so much easier to get in shading, because the Posca pen just has one color and you can't really shade using the same color, but with alcohol markers you can just shade beautifully with the same marker, so you only need one color. Okay, her skin does kind of look gray, but that's just because the paper is gray, I guess, so we're just going to be rolling with that. I want her hair, I definitely want her hair to be black, and I want the flower to be a vibrant pink, and I am contemplating making her bikini this kind of color, but it would also look super cool being pink, because this pink is super vibrant and cool, and I don't want to miss using it on toned paper. Maybe if I make the color pink and then also her bottoms and then make the top green. Let's see how highlighters would look on there. Highlighters do look really cool on the paper. This one is nearly dry, but I mean, I do like toned paper. I'm so glad I did this collab and get to know toned paper and fall in love with it all over again. You can, if you use Copics instead of Pro markers, also get beautiful highlight in the skin like this. Yeah, this is super cool. I will make this pink and then maybe the bikini yellow or something. We will see. I cannot decide if I want to use this beautiful green or not. I mean, we do want some kind of pop of color, but we also already have that with the flower in her hair. I'll make it green. Let's just make this bikini green so we can continue on with our lives. I usually only work digitally, so whenever I get the chance to do something fun traditionally, I'm always super happy. And I should do more traditional art, but I just love digital so much and it's my go-to, so that's probably the reason. Let's maybe try using this golden pen for the moons. Let's see. Maybe that will be a cool addition to the drawing, because it will look cool on the dark paper, I think. I'll maybe also add a bracelet then. And now we have to stop because the too much gene is going to kick in with the golden pen, which is something that happens a lot. Well, let's also add earrings. But now I'm going to stop. Okay. And I think it would be fun if we also added some kind of tattoo to her leg. I know technically tattoos are lines, but I think it's okay. Let's just add a tropical flower to the side of her leg, and then, because I think that would definitely be a tattoo she'd get. Yeah, and then maybe again with tattoos on drawing, there is also my too much gene that's kicking in, so we have to be careful. But I think this area is looking kinda empty, so it would be cool if she had like a small sternum tattoo over here, and I'm just freehanding this, so maybe this is going to be a total disaster, but oh, I think I like it. Okay. Yeah. No more tattoos. Okay, let's get on with the hair. I just love how adding lines to a drawing like this, and adding lines especially on top of Posca pens, just pulls everything together so nicely, and suddenly everything makes sense and just works together. And I'm not as good as Kkatzart is on toned paper, but yeah, I really enjoyed the ride, and I definitely want to do something similar again in the future, because I love how you can use Copics on toned paper, which I didn't know before. So yeah, maybe you should also try using on toned paper and see if it works for you. Okay, now let's add some highlights to finish off the drawing. That's actually something I struggle with traditional art. It's just you can't zoom in. There's this big highlighting pen, and yeah, I have to work with it, and I couldn't scale up by using a bigger paper because that's the brown paper I have, and yeah, I kind of have to work with that. But I also do like the challenge, so, and I am happy we decided on the green for the bikini, so yeah, I think let's add some sort of pattern to her bikini, just to spice things up. Okay, this is the finished drawing. I hope you like the results. That's definitely something I would have never done without this collab, so I'm super thankful. And let me know, have you ever worked on toned paper before? Is it something you want to try out in the future maybe? And also please don't forget to check out what Kkatzart did with the lines I've sent her, and yeah, I haven't seen it myself, so I'm also super excited to check out her video as soon as this one goes up. Yeah, thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will be seeing you very soon in my next video. Bye!